Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another discussion video. In today's discussion, we have a special guest, and his name is Mr. Alan Lorgie. Alan Lorgie was born in Belfast, educated at Belfast Royal Academy and Queen's University, the Ulster Polytechnic at Jordanstown, and the University of Ulster. He holds a BSc Hons in Psychology, a postgraduate diploma in computer science. All right, computer science, just like what we're going to talk about. Yeah. So you actually took computer science in the a diploma in computer science?
I did. Yes,
Oh.
I a long time ago, when
Mm.
computers were being introduced into schools, I
Oh.
took a course on computer very, very early on in the 1980s, and then
Oh.
pushed them into the school I was teaching in. Since then,
Oh.
I have been involved in e-learning. I have
Huh?
a PhD, a doctorate in education, and I've been very interested in online e-learning. And now I
Mm.
have moved on to looking at artificial intelligence in the work.
Yeah. Yeah, just like what we're going to talk about today, we are going to talk about artificial intelligence. Now, shall we start the topic?
Yes, go ahead,
All
please.
right. Okay, so I'm not going straight to the questions yet. I'm going to make an opening real quick. So, what is AI? AI stands for artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is the intelligence of machines or software as opposed to the intelligence of humans or animals. It is a field of study in computer science which develops and studies intelligent machines. Such machines may be called AIs. So, AI is basically a robot, but it is software based. And it works just like those robots with remote controls, like yeah, you know those robots with remote controls, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But the way it works is pretty different. It it is because it is software based. So I would say making an AI is way easier than making a hardware robot. Because if you want to make a hardware robot, you needed components like cables and those other stuff, and it will cost you a lot of time and money. So making artificial intelligence, you just need your brain and a soft a so sorry a software coding software. Yeah,
That's
you
right.
can just code it and then run it and done. You have an AI. But yes, I know AI is way better than robots, but that's why in today's topic we are going to talk about the negatives and positives about AI, and can it actually have an impact towards society nowadays. Right, right, all right, Alan. Should I read the questions?
Yes, please. Yes,
All
please.
right, okay. Right, for question one, have you heard about AI? If so, what do you think about it as a tool?
Yes, I have indeed. And I'm glad that you phrased the question to say, to use the word tool, because it is going to be a tool. It is a tool. And it is a tool at
Mm.
a particular stage that we, mankind, uses. So we have to be very careful that we control the tool. Uh,
Mm.
it will
Right.
be it will be of great benefit to mankind, but there are also very, very many dangers. It's like everything else. If you use the tool badly, there will be dangers, and the aim is to use it wisely.
Oh,
But you're quite
so
correct. You're quite correct. It's the programming of something, some
yeah,
uh, a
software.
so, yeah, and using a particular algorithm to do something. Uh, and like everything else, we have to it has these inherent dangers, but it can also be used for great good.
Mm.
So we have to be careful, but it is a tool.
It is a tool. So can you like give us an example, like the negatives? Like, what can it be something dangerous when someone is making it as a tool of destruction?
Yeah, well, in the world, um, investment in war, arms,
Oh.
things like that
Oh.
is 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 very great. And there's a lot of money put into it, and AI will be used extensively in it. AI will be used to tell people things which aren't true, to produce pictures that aren't real, to produce videos that aren't real, to con people, to rob people, to confuse people through the media, through different things that arrive in your social media, etc. And those are created by what are called the bad faith actors, people who are using AI in bad faith. On the other side of it, AI can be used for great good. For example, it can be used in medicine, it can be used in economics, it can be used in social media, and places like that where we want to make the best use of it. Unfortunately, the way the world works is that
Yeah.
most of the finances, most of the interest gravitates or moves towards the bad faith actors. And it's up to
Mm.
us to say, let's put this research and this money into the good side of AI. Think of AI being able to diagnose cancers, being able to look
Mm.
at a mammogram or an X-ray and be able to spot something in it that maybe a doctor, even a very, very experienced doctor, might miss. We can use it for good, but we need people, and we need the people with money, and we need governments to invest into the good AI. For example, an example of good AI is Spotify. Spotify takes all
Ah.
your particular songs that you like and can create albums and wish lists and so on. That's particularly good AI because it's good. But at the same time, if somebody produces a video that says this is the a bombing of a particular place,
Mm.
and by
I mean, all right. For your argument that you said that Spotify uses AI to bring up songs.
yeah,
Well, unfortunately, I have, yeah, I've used Spotify for a long time, and sometimes they gave me like a shuffle music because I'm not premium, and the shuffle music is kind of racist, really.
well,
They gave me like a racist music in my ear. That's not.
AI will not always get it right. If you, for example, there are different types of AI, and there's this sort of generative AI, which we will use mostly something like Chat GPT, yeah, which
ChatGPT. Yeah, we all know that.
with and it creates stuff for you. And what it does is it rearrange the words according to what you want, and but it will also learn what you're looking for and what you want. Okay. Now, can I say
Yeah.
here that AI will not, it's not going to turn into robots that will go or will control the earth. We won't see Arnold Schwarzenegger type artificial intelligent robots coming back from the future and so on. It's not going to be like that. Uh, in Spotify, yes, it does get it wrong because it's not a human being. And we have to remember that.
Mm.
Will it
Mm.
for some of our jobs? Yes, but then advancement has taken over some of our jobs, okay? But it will also create jobs. Now, you mentioned to me the other day that you're going to create a website, yes?
Yeah. Yes, I
Right.
do.
When I was at school, there was never such a job as a webmaster. So that job has been
Oh,
created. And as you grow up and as your colleagues and friends grow up, different jobs around AI
yeah.
will be created. So whilst it may be considered a threat to jobs, it will also create jobs.
Oh,
So embrace AI and take AI and use it for good and spot the bad ones. Spot the
that
bad
one.
AI. So one thing that AI can do is to you can use AI to find bad AI. Okay,
Ah, yeah.
so
Yeah,
so if
sometimes.
yeah, yeah, and it depends on how it's programmed, as you said at the very
Yeah.
start. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. And I was wondering, so there is something crazy that happened in my country, and it is still happening right now. So casinos, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But this one is like online based website, and my friends have been talking about those casinos. Like they always appear out of nowhere in Instagram, and I believe Instagram has an AI in it because they have those filters where they change your face. I was
yeah.
wondering, how can we actually stop it being resurfaced? Like I really don't like to see those online casino
Yes.
ads. Like it's annoying since I don't even want to go to a casino and they just appeared out of nowhere. And our government, they are on something about solving this problem, but they're not solving it perfectly because
No,
it's still reappearing, resurfing.
no.
Now, with
I,
AI, what can we actually do? Like, can we like make an AI that can go through Instagram and just clean those accounts?
you probably could, but who wants to do that? It's obviously not the casino people. They don't want that to happen because they want you
Mm.
to get trapped into the gambling.
No. Yeah.
So
They
they're
want
not,
me to,
yeah,
of course, raise money. Yeah.
they, so they're not going to go all out to create some AI that'll stop it.
Mm.
They may offer you the opportunity to opt out of it, but that's going to cost you money. If
Oh.
you opt out, you will probably have to pay. And then you have to look at the government and how much it wants to stop it. How much does it want to stop this? Is the government getting a tax perhaps from the casinos? And
Oh.
there's a lot of different reasons why, and this is why I'm saying that the bad faith actors, and I would consider casinos as a bad faith actor because
Yeah.
you they're not great things, as you know, but they have got the money to do it. They've got the money to write the AI, and nobody has got the will or the money to write the opposite AI to counteract them. And this is what's happening everywhere. Okay, and it's
Mm.
happening with social media, where the social media giants are being asked by governments to stamp out racism, to stamp out bullying, and so on. And they're very reluctant to do it. Okay? Maybe it's not what they want to do. Mhm. So it's
Yeah.
very difficult. And this is, I'm going back to uh, uh, the why the bad faith factors have the upper hand here. They're getting
Mm.
all the good stuff and they're doing all the bad faith stuff. Uh, and the good faith actors, like of yourselves, who doesn't want that to appear, are in the mind or not in the minority, but don't have the skills or the money to do it.
Mm.
And that's one of the big problems of AI.
All right. Okay, can we go to the next question?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right. Have you used AI in your job or personal life?
Yes, yeah. I
Oh.
I would write a lot of applications in my present occupation
Mm-hmm.
for funding or write reports, and I have got into the habit of using Chat GPT to
ChatGPT
yeah
to like
the,
autocorrect it or check it?
no well there's a yeah to maybe enhance it a little bit and then put get it or maybe even to start and create a framework and then I'll put my own
Mm-hmm.
bits to it. Okay. I'm
Oh, okay.
also I'm also looking at um, I work where we work with people and communities in trying to bring together. And we
Mm-hmm.
run a lot of workshops, lectures, courses, etc. And one of the things we want to look at in these courses is how people feel about them. Do they like them?
Mm-hmm.
Have they learned anything? Have their feeling and are their feelings changed any? Have they got any different feelings from people that maybe they didn't like before? Do they like them any better? So we want to get that information back. Uh, Sometimes when you ask someone, they give you the answer they think you want. So we're going to use artificial intelligence to gather
Mm-hmm.
from them how they feel about the other side. Um,
Yeah.
maybe,
So about AI,
yeah,
all right, ChatGPT. Well, I've used it a lot for school assignments and essays, but sometimes when I input something that I wanted, but then I think it's wrong, so I just said like, is it actually this answer? They just got manipulated like that. It's like that ChatGPT can actually get manipulated easily. Like when I asked them a question, like for example, I wanted to know what is 1 plus 1, and they said 2, and then I said with a trick question, Isn't it 3?" And then it says, "Sorry, I will change it. It is 3." Like I can change the mind of an AI. It's kind of easy to manipulate. Is there anything that we can do to actually get rid of that? It's
well,
not actually a good thing to have an AI that can get manipulated easily.
I mean, to be truthful with you, why are you asking uh, AI to do simple sums? It's much more powerful than that, and that's the first thing. Second thing is, yes, you can fool it by
Yeah,
trick questions, same way you can fool your friends. Okay,
yeah.
but we're on what Chat GPT 5 now. Yeah,
ChatGPT.
we're on,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
we're on
yeah. The new
version,
version.
so it's getting better and better and better. Now, uh, the organization that created ChatGPT sacked their CEO. Yes,
Yes,
call
their
that.
CEO.
It's in the news. And then everybody that worked there went on strike and said no, we want them back. And they
Oh,
brought him back. And he went. Microsoft owns ChatGPT. So when
mm,
he came back, and the reason it worked out was he wanted to build artificial intelligence to such an extent that it became sentient. Now,
mm,
sentient means that it thinks for itself, you know, a real robot. And his board of directors thought it was too far. So he's trying to
mm,
get to that. I don't know whether that's a good thing or whether he'll ever achieve it. But he is, ChatGPT is very much in its infancy. It's very young, and it will develop further and further and further. So you may not be able to. Yeah, there is a danger of bias, and there's also, and as I said at the start, a danger of these bad faith actors coming in and taking it over. And you might even get a fake chat GPT.
Yeah, we all.
We have to be aware of all these dangers now. And I think one of the things that I'm trying to do is to bring to everybody's notion that,
Yeah.
things can be wrong. Even chat GPT, you've got to check everything 3 or 4 times, you know? So it does have dangers and it is biased at times. Right?
Yeah. All right. Next question.
Yeah.
All right.
Go.
Do you know if your colleagues have taken advantage of AI to help them perform their duties?
Oh, yes,
Oh,
because I have been sort of pushing them to use AI, and I have been creating learning platforms that use AI, so they're actually
like
using.
the script for the website.
Well, what I'm creating a an interface, a dashboard
Oh,
that people can use when they're working with our programs. And they can put in how they feel. They can put in what they've done. Uh, that we can, you can give them, say, simple example. You come in and you open up the computer and you go into this particular program and you're asked, how do you feel today? And you have a range of, let's say, emojis across the top. And you pick one. You go through the program, then when you leave, you pick again. How do you feel now? And artificial intelligence will then look to see if there's any change in how you felt or how you come in. You may use colors, you may use emojis or whatever. So you're trying to get a feeling of who this person is, how they're changing from day to day. When they come in, you get an idea of how they feel, how they're willing to do this. And then using those that information about how this person is feeling, you can direct them in a certain way or ask them to do a certain thing. And that's where we're going to use AI in building peace and reconciliation between communities.
mm,
Interesting.
okay.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Yeah. All right. Next question.
Yep.
All right. Can you outline the positives and negatives aspects of AI?
Yeah, well, I've covered most of that. I think it's the bad fear factors that we have to be careful
Yeah,
of.
I think another big factor about the negatives is people ChatGPT, right? And people around the world are using it, including students, college students, yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah, including my friends. And I feel like because of ChatGPT, my friends are really, really lazy to make arguments by themselves, like to make or to think like this is the right one, the right answer, or this one is the perfect answer. Like they don't want to think anything. They just want something instant. I think that's another negative factor for this. Is there anything I can do to make my friends to think that don't get your life hanging on AI? Like in the real world, you're not gonna go on AI anymore.
Okay.
Like it's you.
Yeah. So what you're saying is your friends are being given an essay to do, and they're doing it
Yeah.
with AI. All right.
Yeah. Like no, they're not using it as a reference. They're using it just like copy and paste it on Word.
Yeah. So and then they hand that in. They
Yeah.
hand it. Well, change that. Don't give them essays. Give them something else. Bring them in and ask them questions. And if you want to examine whether they can have done the research and they can put forward an argument and they can synthesize it and so on, do not give them an essay, which they can use AI to do. Give them something.
Oh.
So change it. Change the method of assessment to see if they have internalized and learned what they're supposed to learn, and can they say it, can they argue it, and so on. And if they're handing in essays and
Mm-hmm.
essays are no good, then get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
So you take that type of approach. Don't think that we that that AI is going to be laid on top of what we do normally. AI is going to change what we do normally, and we have to change those bits. So do not give essays if you want people to research, argue, put points forward. Okay, we bit more work for your professors and your teachers.
Oh,
You know, ask questions. You can ask
oh,
questions to see if they have taken in what the topic was about, and so on. Now, you might find that what they do then is use AI and then sort of learn it, you know. But
mm.
but okay. So then, okay, how are they going to get? How are the pupils or the students going to get around it? Is they're going to ask AI different questions. They're not going to ask them write me an essay and say what's the argument for, what's the reason for, and so on. That's okay. That's just like looking up on Google. But change
Mm.
the method of assessment is one way of getting rid of it.
Oh, change assessments.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense. But of course, those assessments are actually from the teacher, so
Yeah. Well, they will have to.
well, yeah, they have to change the methods. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we have to change the methods. I don't think AI is. I don't think essays are that effective anymore
Yeah. No.
because when I so yeah, AI honestly it is getting smarter because so there is like there is like one essay like it's a group project we have and my friend is tasked to make a conclusion and he made it he made it in ChatGPT and he told ChatGPT to make it not 100% plagiarism. So he just copy pasted and when I tested on a website if it's plagiarism or not, it's not. There's no plagiarism. It's kind of crazy to hear about that because how on earth can they get tricked by an AI? An
Yeah.
AI getting tricked by an AI, it's kind of crazy.
We're still learning limits, and we still have to. I mean, every young person wants to get through it by doing probably the minimum. Yeah.
Yeah.
So use the tools that make it easy. Okay. So if we let them do that, well then we let them do that. But if you want to see if we have to look at how we decide whether or how or what someone has learned. Essays and tests, I don't agree with. I don't think they prove anything anymore. I never did like them, but I think they're useless now because of AI.
Right. Yeah, of course.
No,
They can get yeah.
you tell your teachers to stop giving you essays, okay?
Yeah. If they actually agree, because yeah, I don't think many of them will agree.
No, they won't.
Yeah, of course, it's what the world is. All right, can we go to the next question?
Yeah.
All right, can you share your thoughts on whether AI is going to take over the work and do people out of jobs?
Uh, People will, as technology advances, jobs will disappear and
Yes.
new jobs will evolve. Um, uh, do I think I not really? No, I think they will supplement or complement present day jobs and make things better in the workplace, etc. And then don't forget, somebody has to program all this AI. So there'll be
Yeah.
a whole new range of jobs that are going to be there. But I don't think they're going to take over, say, the doctor's role, a surgeon's role, but they're going to help do that. All right. Now,
Oh.
yourself, you have said at the start, when you go on, you take some of these bots that are on websites that you get totally frustrated with. Okay,
Yeah.
they improve and they might get better and they might, but I mean, the bots are there, so they have already taken over someone's job. You know, I don't think we should worry about it too much. We worried about computers the same way when they were introduced, that they were going to take, and we would all have no jobs left. You know, that didn't happen. And if we work it correctly, they will
Yeah.
or not take them over, but help. But they're now robots that you talked about, say, when you're making cars, have taken over our jobs. Yeah,
Yeah. Of
but
course.
I think AI will help us uh,
Mm.
as we progress as you know, as the world progresses and the workforce, and new jobs will develop from them. So you know, you've still a couple of years at school, yes.
Yeah.
Next year or the year after, there could be jobs that are invented that you never heard about. You know,
Yeah. Of
and by the
course.
time you leave school, there'll be jobs that are not in existence now. So
Yeah.
we're talking much about taking over our jobs. Okay.
Yes. Right. So, can we go to the next question?
Yeah.
All right. Explain why you think everyone should get on board with AI.
I don't know whether it's a case of getting on board with it.
Yeah, I
It's
guess it's supposed to say like get used to AI.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, you can't force everyone to do that, you know. Um, I think all I think young people should be aware of it. I think it will be it'll be a big thing when they grow up and in their world. I think people who are already in the world of work need to understand it and accept that it cannot be uninvented. It's here and it's going to be here to stay. And as for old people, they can do whatever they want.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So
All right.
young people have to understand it because it's going to be their world. And it is now, but when they get older, it's going to be their world until something else comes in. People already in work and so on, well, they'll have to accept that it is there. It's not going away.
Mm.
So the answer
Yeah.
to that is yes.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Yeah. But how about hackers though? Should they get used to AI? I'm kind of scared that, those evil hackers, when they got into AI, they will make it as a weapon of manipulation and they will make destructions around the world because now we all know hackers are pretty smart and yeah, they can do anything
Yeah.
with
But
software.
my sort of thoughts on hackers are, why don't we employ them?
What?
Why don't we employ them? If you can hack into a bank, why don't you
Yeah.
get the bank to employ them to stop other hackers?
Oh yeah, stop other hackers.
You know, let's take,
Yeah.
unless they're doing it just for the fun of it. But then they can do that for the fun of it in a job. Why don't we use those people? Why don't we,
Mm.
and say, look, come into our system and we'll use it there. Except for the ones who are pure criminals. And we're
Yeah.
gonna have those people all the time, but we can use hackers to counteract that.
Yeah. So, I have a question. So, okay, okay, another problem in our country. I mean, this happened like about a year ago in August. So, Oh my God, the Department of Technology and Communication. So they made like they got attacked by a hacker, and that hacker got into the government website, and that government website has so many important stuff, including our our identities. Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah, yeah,
not what I really want. And of course, the leader of their department got jailed because of corruption. Okay, yeah,
right.
I was kind of pissed off by the leader as well, but for to protect our government, like the website that has our identities, can we actually use AI to just destroy those hackers, track them down, get them to jail, or maybe death penalty?
Well, you don't need, I think you don't need AI to do that. You know, I mean, you could just, you mean,
Yes.
just an ordinary code, an ordinary program should be able to do that. But the thing is that all, all websites, no matter what, uh, people can get to them. It's very difficult to proof them against everything, you know. Uh,
Yeah.
maybe we can use AI to come up with a solution for that. But you know, there's so many things that can be done and have to be done. And usually, when someone gets into a website, they've got in through a place that was missing. Something was missing. You know, there
Yeah.
was back door or there was a bit of code that was wrong or whatever. So it's very bad when data is lost or available because all that data is sold on the dark web to the people who will eventually come and scam you and take your identity and so on.
Yeah.
That's made worse by deep fakes and so on, you know.
Yeah,
Where
deepfakes. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know deepfakes.
yeah,
Like those
and
faces,
yeah,
famous people like
yeah,
Donald Trump, Joe
yeah,
Biden stuff,
yeah,
talking stuff that they wouldn't talk about, or even actually talking about it.
yeah, yeah.
Kind of
And that,
dangerous. I feel like those stuff are becoming something of a propaganda or maybe just a joke. Like I've seen jokes in Instagram about, like for example, an AI of Vladimir Putin singing and whatever that is,
yeah,
or maybe Joe Biden. It's kind of evil, you know. I
yeah.
know
So
because
so
I know they know what they're seeing,
so we
like
have
the actual person.
nobody. Yeah. And so what you're basically saying there is we should use AI to create something which will identify bad AI. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, but who's going to do it? What's in it? You know, nobody. There has to be a reason for doing it. The reason is very good, but who is going to do it? And this, I think, is the role of the government and the big tech companies. So if they're going to
Yeah.
say uh, X should have uh, a monitoring system to remove the bullies and the deep fakes and so on. For some reason, it doesn't do that. And I don't know why. Maybe
Yeah.
this idea of free speech and, you know, to be truthful, if you say we have free speech in our country, that is,
Uh-huh.
anybody is allowed to say anything. And that's what free speech is, you
Yeah,
know?
but they actually use it in a wrong way actually, because again, my country's people, they're making arguments in X, or I say Twitter. They just like make something and they think they are open-minded by saying hate speeches, like they're being racist and stuff. So yeah, I don't think making Twitter as a free speech is actually a good idea. Well, it is, but I think we should remodel it. Like, if there is any bad word, hate speech, or any of those negative stuff, I think we should just ban them. Like, we should get rid of them.
But where do you draw the line?
What?
Where do you draw the line? You know, what is hate speech? And it's very, very difficult to say that's hate speech. That's nearly hate speech, and that's not hate speech. And this is where we have a problem in society generally, right?
Yeah.
What we need to do is to educate people to say, I don't want to listen to that because that's hate speech. Don't follow. And recognize that it is hate speech, or it's bad, or it's racist, so on, and you don't want to listen to it. But then, you know, why do you not want to listen to what other people want to say, which are different views from your own? This is not
Mm.
a this is not an easy system or an easy problem to solve. Okay, and we will
Yeah.
continue to try and find a solution for this for years to come. But we need to teach young people to say, "I don't believe that. That's that's not right." When they see Tom Cruise on deep fake, they say, "No, that's not Tom Cruise. He wouldn't say that. He wouldn't do that." Or to
Yeah.
challenge everything and say, no, that's wrong. That didn't happen. Okay? And we need to teach young people and old people to say,
Yeah.
don't believe that. Check it out. Get another source and check it out. You know? And we have
Mm.
very cynical about everything we see on media and social media, including the media themselves. Be very cynical. Oh, I don't know whether that's true or not. It's very difficult with so much media and all the rest that we have every day. We have to do.
All right. So since the questions are over, we can get to the questions of our audience actually. So we are okay. Can I start the question?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, question one. What role does ethics play into the development and implementation of AI technology?
Ethics is very important. Okay,
Yeah.
and it's one of the one of the areas that is actually overlooked in most technological developments.
Yes.
Right now, ethics is a big area. And in fact, in the organization I work in, we are looking very closely at ethics. It's like, should we use this AI? Are we influencing people uh, too much? Are we influencing the right way? Are we allowing them to make a decision? Are we changing their minds? But we are changing their minds. We're teaching them to be a wee bit more tolerant and so on. But we have to be very careful, and we are developing. As our, I was talking to Microsoft last month, and they have an ethical policy about AI, which runs to about 20 pages. It's very important that we use that. And a lot of people, when they're using AI, don't
Yeah.
consider the ethical implications.
Yeah. A lot. Okay. Next question. What's your opinion about AI making human life easier? Will humanity keep being better, or will there be a downfall after a major climb?
If we use it was like any tool, and we started off the conversation with the word tool, if you remember. And it is a tool. It's a tool under our control. We have to use it properly. And do I think it will make life better? Yes, I
Yes.
do. But it's not the only thing that is going to have an effect on life. We have governments, we have all wars, all those other things that add to or take away from our lifestyle. And it's just one in a many. I think if we use it properly and
Yeah.
it supplements the good parts of our lives, it will make life better.
Ah, okay, so there's no downfall.
Oh, there's dangers. Oh, absolutely. And the dangers are that we don't use it properly. and we let
Yeah.
the bad faith actors take over.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Next question. Wait, hold on. Let me translate this first. It's written in Indonesia and okay. How to reduce in employment because I heard that many jobs will be replaced.
Well, like I said, I'm not 100% sure what jobs are going to be replaced. You know, uh, I think jobs will be created. You know, I mean, I've even seen now people writing books about chat GPT prompts, and they're writing courses on how to write the prompts for chat GPT. So there's a whole new
Oh,
area of employment. It will complement and supplement, if we use it properly, our work. Work's going to change as we get over, as we move. We move from one sort of scenario to another. Jobs will be lost and jobs will be created. You know, um, so
yeah.
I wouldn't worry. New jobs will be created and old ones will be lost.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. I mean, there is a prompt for AI, so there is some employments for a new job. But, how about like the janitors though? Because we all know AIs are like robots, right? And I'm sure there are going to be technologies where map or will be like sensing with a sensor, and it will just sweep in anything that goes through it.
Which is
Well,
cheap,
is it?
which is cheaper.
Hmm, yeah, makes sense. All right.
But let's face
We
it,
have-
people will not say, "Oh, I have to use the latest AI," if it's 10 times what a person costs. They use the
yeah,
person. It's cheaper.
cheaper. All right. So, I think this is the last question. How people can understand that AI is not dangerous or maybe can be malfunctioned by human.
It, as I said at the start, it is dangerous in the wrong hands. And if
Yeah.
the bad faith actors use it, it is very dangerous. It is a very powerful tool. And what society, the world, governments have to realize is this danger exists, and they can't bury their heads in the sand and say it doesn't exist. It's not going to be Terminator style thing where robots take over the world. That's not coming yet. Okay, we haven't got to the stage of the sentient being, and that's a long way in the future.
Yeah.
We may have things that can do it, but it's not going to be that sentient being that's going to walk about upright and shoot bolts of lightning out of its eyes and so on. So uh, it is dangerous, but it's dangerous. It's dangerous if we let it be. Social media is dangerous, and I think we have lost control of social media. What we need to do is not lose control of AI. Two sides to it, good AI, bad AI. We need to concentrate on the good AI and the AI that we can use for the benefit of mankind. And if we do that, we would be fine. To keep the bad AI to the side or keep it to a minimum. But don't
Um,
I wouldn't get too worried about it. I would say, look, this is something new which has great potential for good, but it also has great potential for bad. Let's make the potential for good the main thing to concentrate on. Okay?
all right. Wait. I think that's everything. There's no questions. All right. So there's no question. Oh, wait, hold on. There is a question.
Yeah.
So, listen, oh my God. Hold on. Okay. I'm a painter, and people prefer to use AI rather than real painters. And now I'm unemployed. So, what do you think?
I don't know whether well, I mean, obviously, he or she, sorry, when you say a painter, you're an artist. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we used to write, we used to draw on the walls of caves. We
Yeah.
used to then make structures out of marble. We now do 3D creations with printers. Art
Yeah.
evolves, art changes, so it does.
Yeah.
And you create an art piece using AI, and there is still room for those other artistic formats. They're not going to. They're not going to. The ones that he or she is talking about is not going to be superseded by AI. There will still be people who want to see stuff that's done by hand, by brush, etc. So it's not going to replace it all. It'll supplement it, and it's a different art form. Maybe he or she could look into creating art with it and
Ah.
making that art their own, putting their particular slant into it.
Yeah, I mean, you can actually make AI as a tool of reference because we all know artists when they want to when they want to draw something, they always wanted a reference, right? Well,
Yeah,
what if there is not no reference? Like it's like something imaginary,
yeah,
something that is not real.
good
Yeah,
thinking.
it could work.
Yeah, good work. Yeah.
Yeah, wait, I think we have another question here. Okay, so here's the question. Hold on. Okay. Recently, the ChatGPT boss was fired. He said AI was very dangerous. So why not just stop AI? Even those who created ChatGPT are afraid of AI itself.
Well, we can't stop it. That's it. You cannot uninvent it. It's been invented. It's here. Okay. Um, I understood that the board sacked him because he wanted to move too quickly, and it was the board who were a wee bit frightened of how much he wanted to move. Okay, but
Oh, yeah.
But the simple answer is we cannot uninvite it. So it's here. It's here to stay, okay, until something is developed. And this is why I say it's very important that we don't throw our hands up and say, oh, we can't do anything about this, and we take it charge of it. Even young people like yourselves, you take
Yeah.
charge. You know, if you think that people are using ChatGPT to do things that are wrong, say so. Put it on your Instagram and so on, and pioneer the good use of AI. You know, ask and call for legislation against um, online casinos. Call for legislation. You take charge and get involved in bringing good AI to the fore and getting rid. And you have a platform now, a big
Yeah.
platform, and
Yes.
and it will be quite an influential platform. You
Yeah.
use that to pioneer and push for good AI. Okay,
All
that's what I
right.
want you to do.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah. AI experience. All right. I think that's all for today. Like, there's actually no other questions. So I think it is done. I think we can close the discussion.
Okay, okay.
All
Look,
right.
let me say it's been very, very interesting to to chat with you and your
Yeah.
online brands, and I'm very pleased to have done it. And thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yeah. Thank you so much too, sir. Yeah.
Bye.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, sir.